Good evening. Welcome to the BIG Shakespeare Quiz with me, J.Allan Longshadow. It is my pleasure to open this very special online virtual Wrexham Carnival of Words with my test on your knowledge of all things Shakespeare. Due to the very unusual and unfortunate circumstances we find ourselves in, Wrexham's Carnival of Words cannot take place in its usual form this year. But thanks to the organisers, we've been able to come up with a fantastic Virtual Litfest, so you can still enjoy your yearly dose of all things literature. Starting from tonight, we have 9 days of fantastic online events for you to watch with us and enjoy. Starting off tonight with my very own Shakespeare quiz. Please do follow Wrexham Carnival of Words for the following 9 days. We have got a fantastic range of events in both English and Welsh language. We've got events for adults, events for children, events for horror fans, and everything in between. It is going to be a fantastic series of performances. I really hope you'll stick with us and watch through the week. But without further ado, let's get things started with the BIG Shakespeare Quiz. I have got for you 25 fantastic Shakespeare questions to really challenge your knowledge. There will be a few familiars in there. There will also be a few that you might not know straight away. My challenge to you is to find the answers. Now, this is going to be very quick fire. So if you don't know the answer immediately, don't panic. The video will be available after the end of tonight's quiz. I'll also post the questions in a comment below this video once tonight's show has finished. So you will have time to go back through the questions and gather your answers. I'm also going to throw in a very special challenge at the end in which you can win 1 or 2 very special prizes for the best entry. So sit back, get your pens at the ready and listen carefully. Here we go with the first question in the BIG Shakespeare Quiz. I am reading off my secret Shakespearean computer here, so bear with me if I look down. That is why I simply cannot remember all of the questions. So here goes, question number 1. Simple one for us, just to warm up tonight. If Shakespeare was alive today and we were able to join him for his birthday, which we celebrate on this very day, how old would he be? How many candles would we need for Shakespeare's birthday cake tonight? Question number 2. In one of the best known Shakespeare quotes, Hamlet says the famous line, "Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him." But what is Yorick said to have done for Hamlet 1,000 times? Question number 3. In which Shakespeare play does the entire first scene take place on board a ship at sea? Question number 4. The theme of poison comes up quite regularly in Shakespeare's work and is used for both good and bad. Its most notable appearance is in Romeo and Juliet, where poison is ultimately what leads the pair of starstruck lovers to their death. Poison, of course, being meant metaphorically about the relationship between their warring households. But in which play is poison the agent of death of someone's father? For bonus points, what was the poison called? Question number 6. In Macbeth, what is the event that causes Macbeth himself to say the famous quote, "Out, out, brief candle"? Question number 7, a bit of general knowledge now, especially for those who like to collect numbers. A prolific playwright, Shakespeare is believed to have written 154 sonnets, 2 long poems, and various other works. But, alone or otherwise, how many plays is the great bard said to have written? Hamlet is Shakespeare's longest play. Which play is said to have been his second longest? Staying on the theme of Hamlet, as his longest play, how many words does Hamlet consist of? How many words are there in Hamlet? Check it out, you'll be surprised. Question number 10. Kings are a staple character in many of Shakespeare's plays. But in which Shakespeare play does the story evolve around a king and his 3 daughters? More importantly, the 2 that declare their love for him. Question number 11. The well-known saying, "A pen is mightier than the sword," is often wrongly attributed to Shakespeare. In fact, it was first used by English author Edward Bulwer-Lytton in 1839. In which Shakespeare play does an early form of the phrase, "Many wearing rapiers are afraid of goose quills," appear? Question number 12 for you. How old was William Shakespeare when he died on this day in 1616? Question unlucky number 13. In the play Hamlet, I don't know why Hamlet happens to come up quite so much tonight, maybe it's just a little nod to one of my favourite characters. In the play Hamlet, the character Ophelia, in her descent into madness, hands out flowers. She gives rosemary and pansies to Laertes for remembrance and thoughts. She gives rue to Queen Gertrude. Rue is the symbol of bitterness, which represented adultery. But which flower did she pick and set back down without giving it to anyone? Question number 14. Staying with the play Hamlet, to what did Hamlet himself instruct a player hold a mirror up to? In reference to the moral function of theatre. Question number 15. In which Shakespeare play will we find the line, "Here is the cap, your worship did bespeak," referring, of course, to an elegant lady's hat? Question number 16. Wrexham, sadly, didn't feature in any of Shakespeare's works. I hope David Ebsworth later this week will agree with me on that fact. But which North Wales castle, pictured here in a painting by J.M.W. Turner, does get an appearance in the play Richard II? For bonus points, how much did the original of this painting sell for in the year 2010? Question number 18. Romeo and Juliet is without doubt one of Shakespeare's most popular ever plays. But in which year was it first published? In Franco Zeffirelli's Academy Award-winning 1968 film adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, which British actress played the role of Juliet? Question number 20. How very fitting for today. It is widely rumoured that Shakespeare wrote the play King Lear whilst in lockdown because of the plague. For a total of how many months was Shakespeare's Globe Theatre shut down between 1603 and 1613? Sticking with the highly relevant topic of lockdown, singer James Blunt has recently released a new video for his song The Greatest, in tribute to the NHS. In which Shakespeare play can we find a character who shares the singer's name? Question number 22. In which of Shakespeare's plays will we find the famous line, "All the world's a stage"? Question number 23. Members of the clergy appear in many of Shakespeare's plays. However, they are often Roman Catholic. Representatives such as Cardinal Pandolf in King John. But in which play does the cast include the strawberry-growing Anglican, the Bishop of Ely? Question number 24. In 1981, which British rock band released the iconic song entitled Romeo and Juliet? And finally, the last question of today's Big Shakespeare Quiz. In which Shakespeare play do we encounter the famous line of "Borrower nor a lender be"? I hope you have enjoyed today's quiz. Thank you ever so much for being part of tonight's event as part of Wrexham Carnival of Words 2020 Virtual Litfest. I will, as I mentioned, publish the questions in written form beneath the video in a few moments' time. But now I have one last challenge for anybody who is up for it. Going back to the last question, the famous Shakespeare quote, "Neither a borrower nor a lender be." I would like you to finish the quote in your very own words. Any words you like. Keep it clean, keep it friendly, of course. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, nor, for that matter, and I would like you to finish that line. That is your challenge. Whichever person is able to come up with the most original and amusing answer to that challenge, I have a very special little prize, a couple little goodies that I will give to you. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Shakespeare quiz. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the fantastic event that is going to be Wrexham Carnival of Words 2020. If you haven't been over to the website, go there now, check out the rota for the rest of these 9 days. There is really and truly something for everybody. If you want to send me your answers to the quiz, please do. If you're doing the quiz later and you don't want any of the answers to be revealed, just don't look at the comments. Watch the video first without looking at the comments. And that way you too can have a go whenever you're watching this video and test your knowledge of Shakespeare. I challenge you to get 25 out of 25 correct answers. I will, somewhere towards the end of the festival, reveal the answers for those who are interested. In the meantime, good luck, happy researching, something to keep your mind off the current troubles and keep you distracted. I look forward very much to seeing you again tomorrow night with our next event. Good night.